Welcome back to Mama Matrix. It's episode 7. I'm Andy.
I'm Tiana.
And we are now in the Matrix.
You keep on the song, but I don't think that's the way to go.
I want a song so badly.
We gotta.
Well, we do have a song. We have a song.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
So what's the song?
I can't tell people because somebody might eat.
Oh yes,
and
yes.
steal.
Okay, all right.
But it's
that's
fire.
But you're not gonna sing that when it happens. So that's not really the song.
Oh, like a song like I don't think we'll ever do that then.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, let's move on.
I have to talk to you about something.
I'm scared.
And I feel like maybe we should insert the clip. Maybe not. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But Nelly and Ashanti.
I didn't watch it.
Child, this man got up on that TV show and said he is not changing Pampers. He is not feeding the kid until the kid is able to like speak up and say, I want to eat, change me, take me to the bathroom. That
is so sad.
Ugh, I'm disgusted by him. Not only like, and she's turned off too, because her response was like, I remember feeling the same way. So I know she's turned off. But she said something like, I don't understand how you can sleep through him crying. And he was just like, yeah, I don't be hearing that. Y'all be up mad early? And she was like, nigga, yeah.
It's a newborn baby.
Hate him. I hate him. And I'm trying not to hate him because of all the good they put out there. But you're not going to support your wife. Like, we never forget certain moments. How you treat us when we're pregnant. How you treat us after, like you as a parent, you know, like the first.
Support.
Yes. Like, excuse me?
I didn't know he was like that. Because I just saw the clip, but I didn't see, like, I just seen that.
I saw that too. But I'm just judging based off of the clip.
But a lot of men be saying that they're not going to change the baby Pampers and stuff.
Okay, honestly, I could get jiggy with the non-changing of the pamper. Maybe first time dad, I'm afraid. I can give a little grace for that. But you're not going to feed your kid?
I don't give grace for that.
You
I mean, what if, all right, you have the baby.
Oh, wait.
And you're scared.
Okay, wait. I missed out a very important part. He said he hired nannies.
So?
Okay, I wanted to see if we were on the same page still. Because when he said that, I was like, all right, at least he afforded some help.
Yeah, but no.
But like, I need you to help me. Like, I want to feel like my man, we're in this together. You know?
Because you're a first-time mom, so you know when you first bring the baby home, how fragile they be, and you be trying to change the kid. You scared you're gonna break a leg. So what is the difference?
Yeah,
you know. So
I just feel like men are stupid, so that's why I give a little grace with that. Like
I'm not giving.
My daughter's father used to put her Pampers on backwards. She was already 50 months old. You're still doing it. You're still doing it.
I'm not giving him grace for that.
No lie, I remember a time where he used to sleep through, say, crying as well. That pissed me off. And one morning, I had no plans, but I made plans. And that baby was crying, and I just took that baby out of the crib, put it on the bed next to him, and was like, your kid is crying. Bye. See you later. Because I felt like her.
But you don't be scared
of what?
To leave her with him if he's like that?
If he's asleep?
Yeah, like if he don't hit...
I catch you. Hey, I'm leaving. You gotta get up.
But I be scared, like if he don't get up. Like then what? You just gotta figure it out.
I get up.
Oh, you did tell me that.
I get up.
I know, but I'm just saying if you're there and they don't hear it, so what's the difference? If, you know, I don't know. It's just scary.
Yeah, I just really wanted to talk about that because that turned me off. And men, stop doing that. We don't know just like you don't know. We're all trying to figure this out together. Support is important. And then when we go through like postpartum or like those depressive stages after becoming a mom and you guys are like, oh, she changed so much. Well, duh. I'm doing all of this by myself.
And you just emotional.
My hormones are
crazy.
It's really like a chemical imbalance. Like I think we might be dangerous. Semi like bipolar after giving birth or something because the way the hormones are set up.
I mean, the period hormones is bad. So imagine a baby. Like, that gotta be horrible.
The menstrual takes me out every month.
Yes.
every month someone's a victim of a period.
Yeah, you're nasty.
Stop.
Yes, you are.
My business.
I remember he was on the phone. I was like, why you act like that? I ain't got my period. Okay.
Why you up here telling people?
Because you nasty. I just thought about it. You that nasty. And I thought it was me. Like when I'll be ready to break up with him. Don't speak to me. Like stop. any little thing you could sneeze, and I'd be like,
don't breathe my ear.
That's horrible, but anyways,
We're not here
we always get off a topic.
Oh, yeah, but yes, we are.
Something's never going to change.
What are we here for?
I don't know. Well, it just said Black woman and the pressure of always being strong.
Oh, yes.
That's basically that.
That is it. That's the perfect segue. I didn't even realize that. But yes, today's theme is Black women and the pressure to always be strong in motherhood, relationships, and community. So we are acknowledging the strong Black mom and the strong Black woman. Are you her? Because I'm not.
A strong. But what is a strong Black mom? Like, what would we say is a strong Black mom?
I think based off of like society, the strong Black mom is the woman that does everything. She goes to work, she comes home and she cleans and she cooks and she caters to her man and she wakes up the next day and she does the same thing and she's just this superwoman who's dying out, but she's a strong Black woman. That's what that is.
Let me go get the cape for you right now.
I don't want to be her. I used to be her. I'm not her anymore.
I don't want to be. It's not fun. And I hate when people idolize it. It's not fun. Why do you want to be like that? Why do you want to be alone doing all this stuff by yourself?
Because they saw their mothers doing it.
Oh. Well, no, my mom didn't do it by herself.
Your mother did not do it by herself.
But it's just stressful. Why do you want to be... I remember waking up, taking her to school, and I didn't want to do all of that by myself at all. But then by myself, it's like, no. Then you always got to... It's like everything falls on you. You got to be worried too much about how they're eating, sleeping, and schoolwork. It's too much.
Yeah.
So I love the balance. Like, I never had a 2-person household. So, like, now that I have it, I'm just like, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be chilling, you know. I like to not even know what's going on. And then I just come around like, oh,
that happened. That's normal.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I am no longer subscribing to being a strong Black woman. The strong Black, that
they
shit.
Could keep that.
And I used to pride myself on being able to like handle everything and make it work. And I was sad. And
they
miserable.
Make that a strength. That's not a strength.
It's not a strength to handle everything on your own. Community is very important. And I get it. Some of us don't have that. Some of us do. But you have to find your community because that ain't it.
Yeah. I never realized what a community was because I always had my parents. So when I moved away from them, I realized what a community is. Like, you could call somebody to... You know, you don't want everybody to help you with your child because you're so scared with the world, you know. So, but now I like the fact of I could call somebody to pick her up from somewhere and they there for me, or I could call them, you know, and I be telling them like, oh, I got this going on. Like, what you worried for? I'll go get her, you know. So I like that. So you do need a community.
You do.
So it's unfortunate, you know, for the ones that have to do it by themselves.
Have you ever experienced moments of just like breaking down, crying, whatever that may look like for you?
Yes.
Okay, what did it look like and what caused it?
When I had like I said, I always use my parents as babysitters. And the one time I finally met this older woman that lived around the corner from me at the bus stop, the kids' bus stop. We was talking, and she listened to me with my story about my daughter, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to figure out a program to pick her up from school in the morning, you know, whatever. She was like, I can help you out, you know. And then she took me to her house. I did a tour. She showed me her house, very open. But I read people well. I read her. She reminded me of my mother. I was like, all right, this is good. And when the first day I had to leave her with her, I cried on my way to work because I never left her with nobody. Yeah. So I just cried, like, and I'm just like, you know, you don't want your child with nobody else, especially when it's not your family. You know, you don't want to daycare or child care. I never wanted that. Yeah. So when I had to do that, I was just like crying on my way to work. And then I got mad that I had to work. And then I hated my job. I don't know nobody talk. So yeah, it was that. What about yourself?
Woo, I have plenty of moments.
This one is like low level, not too much.
Lowest of levels. Well, what comes to my mind right now is when my kids suffer from colic. So, like, for the first 3 months, she just cried all day long. And I was on my strong Black woman like, my man went to work. He deserves to come home and rest because he's been working so hard. And I don't think we even acknowledge how hard being a stay-at-home mom is, but that's a job, and I didn't look at it at that way. I was just like, oh, I'm home. So when he gets home, let me just have a meal and let me do this and let him sleep while the baby's crying. But bitch, I was up at 3 a.m. She would only not cry if I was seated in the kitchen because she liked the humming from the refrigerator. And I cry with that baby. I don't think I've experienced postpartum, but when I think about this story, I'm like, yo, I was about to crash out. I was literally holding her and I was like, shut up. Please. Please, I'll do anything. And my crying put her ass to sleep.
She didn't want to hear you
I ain't stopped crying since.
She didn't want to hear you crying.
She was like, girl, shut up.
Oh my God.
But it helped. But yeah, I broke down. And I slept in the kitchen. I didn't move in a chair. No reclining chair, just a black chair just there.
Oh my. Yeah, that's just
It's sad.
that's so sad.
So sad.
No, but colicky babies, I heard was horrible. I didn't have that experience.
First off, she liked room temp milk. But that was the issue. I had to warm up the milk. I didn't know that because she liked it. And then in the beginning we would warm up the milk. She wouldn't drink it. So we just became adjusted to getting her the room temp. And we went to the doctor and she's like, why don't you try warming up the milk? Magic.
You really was a first time mom.
That's all it took.
That's so sad.
Giving the baby a nourished bottle.
Right, because you really was just by yourself. See, my mom, like, she had 17 kids, so.
I was by myself, but I think, like, looking back, I created that for myself because I didn't want anybody around my baby. Like, so my daughter's father's house is like, everyone lives at home. So I was like, oh, too many people are in and out, so many germs, new mom chronicles. So I was like, I'll figure this out. And I also didn't want people to overstep. And I feel like moms do that a lot. Like, girl, let me figure this out. You don't have to tell me every step or what my baby should and should not be doing because a lot of things I don't even agree with that you may want to do. So I kind of like separated myself from everyone and I was like, I'm going to figure this out to my own detriment because that was the worst thing I could have ever done.
Yeah, that was hard.
I would never do that again. But if I ever decided to have another kid, I'm going to have nannies.
We know.
Yeah. Multiple. I'm not budging on that.
You've been saying that for years, so I believe you. Yeah. I do.
So if you want a baby, you know what you gotta do.
But why asking for help was such a problem for you? Why do you feel like that?
I think because it wasn't my family. So it was I think that's what it was. Like it wasn't my family. I didn't feel really comfortable asking them because I thought it wasn't my job to do that. Like the father is supposed to ask his family, right? I think that's really what it was. I can't think of anything else. They weren't mean to me where it was like, oh, I'm just afraid. No, I just felt like it was his responsibility, being that it was his family. Right. I didn't have, like, my mom works, and she's not really the grandma of the year, to be honest. My sister lives upstate. You were down here, but you were doing your own thing. And we were kind of in the midst of rebuilds. And like, although we've been friends forever, we've had a period of not being friends. Right. So I'm not calling you. And you were right down the block. I'm not calling you. I see you when I see you.
Right. Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing her as a baby, and then I didn't see her again until she was like, I feel like
3 or 2.
Yeah, she was small.
2 because that was around the time where, remember we brought her to honor school?
Yes, for the party.
And everybody was like,
why was she at this? It wasn't even a party. It was a Christmas sweater thing.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't even her birthday. Like, why was she there?
She was definitely 2 because she was in school already.
Yeah, I remember when she was small, she never wanted to get off my bed.
Yeah,
like, she was scared of my house. I'm
your
like,
cat.
It's because of you.
Blame
it's
me.
funny how stuff rub off on your kid though. Whenever you're scared of something, you make your kid scared of it. You know that, right? I'm telling you, it is.
Cats are gross.
See, but you made her scared of it because you were. Cats are gross. You know how I feel about animals.
I'm allergic.
What? You was just well, for myself, I'd never ask people because
Oh, I didn't ask you.
no, you don't have to ask me. I just look back like, okay. But no, for myself with the stop. They say we always laugh. Stop. And nobody get our jokes. Stop.
Okay.
I would think we get the
Serious.
All right. You serious. Stiffen up.
See?
Very mature. But I just, being young, I felt like you can't ask somebody because then they're going to already look at me like I'm silly, because I'm young. So I always want to keep to myself because I wanted her to be a certain way. I was one of the parents. It's like I want her to have certain pacifiers, certain bottles. I didn't want nobody to tell me what to give her, what to do with her. Like I wanted her to be a certain way. And my mom is old school. Like right, she just don't care about nothing. But they followed whatever I wanted to do, and that's why they were perfect because they never pushed in nothing on me.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, I was lucky. My mom just go with the flow. Like if I tell my mother feed her broccoli from Monday through Thursday, she might sneak something else in there, but she is gonna give her the broccoli.
They were sneaking and giving my baby porridge at like 3 months.
I think that's normal for like
West Indies. Let me decide that.
All right, but your kid is half of that, so you gotta understand.
And I'm saying no. I don't have to understand because it's my child.
But it's also his.
And that's why I kept my baby to myself because I don't want to go through this.
Why do mothers feel like they have more say so over the child? Like that you share this kid with another person, right?
My daughter's father is not the one giving her the porridge.
So what?
It's not him doing it. But
I'm quite sure he would be okay with it.
Of course he would.
Exactly.
God forbid he went against his family. Of course he would be okay.
Exactly. So
that doesn't make it right. First off, I was very by the book. Like it's 6 months you get real food. 6 months is when she's gonna get real food. So for you to jump my 6 months, and it's not even something like a peas or a veg, you're giving her porridge.
I like porridge.
Mad carnation milk, mad sweetening milk. Like that is not okay.
Nah, they really be doing her
up
like as they should. Nah.
And the reason she did it is because she kept saying my baby was so small. Like I'm starving her.
You was too American.
I love her, so I don't want her to.
Nah. I didn't give Anna cheese doodles until she was like 1. Yeah, I have a phobia of her choking.
That's why you didn't give it to her? Not because that should have everything in it that we're not supposed to have?
I really notice all the bad stuff now that I'm older. Not when back then. Like she's like 50 now. Back then it was like normalized. You give the kids the cheese doodles because that's what melts. They can't choke.
Well, they have baby snacks.
No, she had that too, but the hood part of her life. People wanted to give her cheese.
When she was an East New Yorker.
She's not an East. Where's she gonna be from?
She's from East New York.
She's not from East New York.
My kid's from East New York too. Yeah.
No. I'm gonna tell her make up something.
She could be a star.
She asked me that. I said I don't know.
She's from East New York.
I just say Brooklyn. Just say you're from Brooklyn. If they ask what part, don't say. Because she said they're gonna ask you if you know somebody.
Not at her age.
Yes, they would.
Or later in life.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, you know Rel? And then she gonna be sitting there like she never went outside.
Never.
So how you raised there? Like
well, she's from East New York, but raised upstate.
No,
isn't that how that works?
I don't know because she was technically raised. I don't know.
Both places.
Because what age is your raised part? Like when are you raised?
Oh yeah, like, I think that's maybe like when you start forming friends. So maybe she is from upstate.
She don't have friends.
Well, she's from nowhere. I don't know.
So I'm gonna just tell her from Brooklyn because they're gonna think she like tough, even though she not. When you say you from Brooklyn, they just from up there. You say you from Brooklyn, they be like, "You from Brooklyn?"
So I say Brownsville.
No,
they'll never. I would never.
No, I wouldn't play with her myself.
Stop doing that.
No, I don't care about it. Yeah, it's offense to the Brownsville people. I don't care. Anyways, you will never be from there. Okay, moving along now. So yeah. What about, the next topic, I guess, reclaiming softness?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to start with that.
Reclaiming your softness, like going into your software era? Well, it looks different for different people. Like, some people think soft girl era is finding men to take care of you. That's what the
I be
girls are
thinking that
saying.
too, though.
But for me, soft life is just like doing what it is I want to do, investing in the things I want to do. Like, soft girl is being able to get up and do what you want. Today I want to do a cooking class. Next week I want to go to a pole dancing class. Today I just want to rest. I don't want to do anything and not feel guilty about rest. Because I'm not gonna lie, I spend many days and I'm like, I need to be productive. Like, why am I in bed? But rest is a part of productivity. Like, if you don't rest, you're gonna overwork, you're gonna be overwhelmed, and then you're gonna be a psycho.
You had to take it to the
Because sometimes I'm at my peak. And it's just like, fuck everybody. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. I'm overstimulated. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Sorry.
You be going through that a lot.
I'll be stressed, y'all.
I know. But yeah, I agree, the softer era. With me, it's the same, but I feel like more of focusing on yourself, your health, your
Yes.
wellness, like things in that
Yes.
sort.
For sure.
So yes, so I feel like when you
Ooh,
start
yes.
stepping
You ate
into
that up.
that,
No, you ate that up. Because that's very important. Like,
I know, but I was
definitely.
waiting for you to do
Your
that.
mental,
You look like you got to do that. I hate
your
that.
mental health, your
Mhm.
physical health.
Like you start caring about yourself to me. That's what that
Yes.
means. Like when you in that, because when you're not in that, you're so hard because you're grinding, you're so aggravated and just I can't explain. It's just weird.
And when you eat well, you just feel better. You feel better. When you work out, when I work out, I'm about to get in my bag.
I'm going on a gut health journey.
You should.
I really am.
You
I don't have a
should.
choice. Me, and I'm trying to figure it out for my kid also because you know, you could do the same, but at the same time, it's a little different for kids because you know they require more than us. Like could not eat for the day and be all right.
Yeah.
I can't starve her. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean. So I'm trying to figure that out right now.
But not eating is not good.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You gain more when you don't eat. Just throwing that out
If you
there.
don't eat,
For
and then
those that want to starve.
and then when you eat again, you're gonna gain 50 pounds. The 10 you lost, you're gonna gain 50 after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm
But
looking
no,
at
that is
too now.
soft girl life, for real.
Yeah,
like
just like-
prioritizing you, whatever that may look like.
Like take a day, go do something you like. Like if you like to get your feet done, your nails done, your hair, like things.
Or
anything,
doing it
just do something.
yourself. Because sometimes we don't have the luxury to be able to go out and do it. So if you gotta sit there and put a little polish on your feet, bitch, at least your feet look good. You feel much better with your feet looking good than it looking crusty. Like, you know, whatever
Take
it is,
that
a
time.
facial.
But just to figure out yourself. That's what that is. Like take time for yourself. Even if you out the day, Tom, like disconnect from the internet, disconnect from everybody and just journal or take a walk around your neighborhood, walk around, like just focus, you know, get that time to get your mind together for you.
Yeah.
I think everybody that I talk to now, all my friends, everybody in that era now.
Yeah, because we're 30 plus. We're 30 plus, and I feel like your 30s is where you really start to understand you. Like the day I turned 30, it could have been in my mind that I made this up, but I felt like a new person. I kid you not. And when I say this to people, they're like, I felt the same. Like it's a real thing about hitting your and I heard the 40s are so much better. I'm in no rush to get there.
Yeah.
But I heard you just get bet. Like your 40s is like you really got your finances together. You know exactly who you are, what you want, what you will accept, your boundaries. Like you have your real friends. You're traveling now. Your kid is old. Like you're just having a fucking ball.
Yep.
I could wait for it, but I can't wait for it. Like I can't wait to be a bad bitch in my 40s. All right.
I want when I go to school, they be like, "That's your mom." Like I hate to see when I see parents that look bad, like just out of shape. And people gotta understand, even if you're skinny or you have a nice body, that does not make you healthy
At all.
I want to be healthy. Like I want to feel good. I don't want to just look good because I could pay to look good.
Yeah.
That's not gonna solve it. I want to feel good. So when I see parents and I just be looking at them like, how did you allow yourself to get like that? And
stop going up to the school in pajamas, please.
Bonnets.
Stop going up to your children's school in pajamas. Put on some sweatpants. Put on some spandex. Throw some jeans on. Take off the bonnet. At least put a cap on. It is, come on, you guys.
But I think, too, it be the lack of confidence. When you know you don't look a certain way, they start dressing like that. Like, just dressing how they feel, honestly. I seen myself doing that and just start, not that I don't care about how I looked when I went outside, but to go outside like that, to me, you don't care how you look.
Yeah.
And I felt like I started doing that, not caring about that. When you go to certain places, like, oh, they just going, I'm just running right here. Like, I don't care how to. No,
you were
but
wearing bonnets outside?
No, never. My mom taught me that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
that's one thing she did teach me. She don't play that. I never wore pajamas outside. I never wore nothing on my head. Never, none of that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the most tackiest thing to do. I'm sorry. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like, and this guy told me this, and I believe he said, how can you walk by a mirror every day and hate how you look and do nothing about it? And I was like, wow.
That was a bar.
It was a bar. Like, when I mean, I still think
that was a bar.
I be thinking like, and he's an idiot, but when he told me that,
I hope you don't see this.
Hopefully you do. He's an idiot. But when he said that, I was like, that ate. Like, yeah, because it's the truth. How could you walk, but that was, yeah, so that hits me all the time every day. I'll be like, yeah, I gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop. Fix yourself.
Fix yourself. Fix up.
Fix
yourself. Everybody else, too. Fix up. From sad bitch to bad bitch. I had to start posting that. That was a thing I used to post before.
Yes, you did. I think it was on your phone too.
It was actually a mental health challenge that we were doing, and it was giving people prompts every day of things to do to improve your mental health.
That's cool.
Yeah. So from sad bitch to bad bitch. Hello. I should bring that back up.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Okay, so we have a segment that I would like to implement this episode. And yes, it is on my phone. We didn't jot it down. But it's called Mama Said What? You like that?
No.
All right, let me do it again.
All right.
Welcome to Mama Said What?
I think I hated it more the second time.
We have a segment that we would like to introduce. Yeah, new segment. We moving up. Dance with me. We moving up. Oh, ooh. Well, don't pass it to me because I don't know how to do that.
I don't either.
All right, good.
Am I doing it?
Because I'm gonna
do it. We cannot do it.
Anyways, the segment is called Mama Said What?
I supposed to say what with you?
You should. Let's do it again. The segment is called Mama Said What?
I sound like an idiot.
So Mama Said What? Well, we break down the most outrageous advice we've ever gotten or heard. Because sometimes Mama meant well, but she was dead ass wrong.
All the time.
Don't do her.
They do. You know they do. Hate them old school moms sometimes.
So we're both going to respond to the prompts.
Okay.
But one in one. Like, we're not going to respond both to one thing.
Okay.
So if he hits you, it means he likes you. And we've heard that since a kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Good advice or poor advice? Or do you subscribe to that?
As a child, though?
In general. Because even when you foster that as a child, they grow up to...
all right, so I'm not going to subscribe to it.
Okay.
Because I was going to at first. As a child, it's like little love taps. But it just shows people not to express themselves to me. Because that's not expressing yourself by hitting the person instead of just telling them how you feel, you know? But like you said, as they get older, so I'm going to subscribe. I guess I'll take that out.
Thank you very much. You need to stop cuddling that baby. He or she will be too spoiled. I'm not subscribing to that. Don't love on my kid. How could you hug? How could you show too much love to your child? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I can understand if, like, they say, like, when your baby cries, don't always run to pick up your baby because they have to learn to be with themselves, I guess.
They want them to be self-sufficient.
But it's like, that is fucking stupid. My kid can't, her butt probably itches. And you telling me not to cuddle my kid that's crying because her butt itching, she can't verbalize that. She need a little scratch.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
All right.
I agree.
So we know I ain't going for that. Don't leave your man. Just pray harder. The resident leaver.
No, people, I could imagine somebody tell you that. No, I'm not subscribing to that. Come on now. Come on. But it'd be really religious people that say that.
It is religious people that say that.
Like, pray harder. Like,
pray, the Lord will take the demon out.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe the Lord could change him too. When he take him. Because nobody take him. Because nobody.
Take me to the king.
They need to.
No man wants a woman who talks too much. That was not for me. That was not. Excuse me. One thing I am going to do is run my fucking mouth. One thing I am going to do is run my mouth. So you think
that's what
I'm not disrespecting you, so why can't I be vocal? Once I feel like I can be vocal, it's done, first off. Bitch can't be hot. Oh, yeah, out of here.
Yeah, you big on that.
Oh, yes, you know I'm big on that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So that was, Mama said, what?
I'm not saying what with her because it don't sound cute.
But if you like that segment, leave a comment and we will bring it back.
Yes, because segments is cool.
Segments are so
cute.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I told you I don't do the red flag.
Ooh,
cute.
okay.
You gotta do that one. Okay.
All right. We would like to take this moment to encourage all of you to share a story of when you realized being too strong was draining you. When was the moment that you decided to reclaim your softcore era, your softness, and what does that look like for you?
Yes, because I know a bunch of us that's doing that. Trust me.
And are you tired of being a strong Black mom? When are we going to let it go? When are we going to vocalize that it is not okay to be, because don't nobody say a strong white woman. Why a Black woman got to be strong?
Because we strong.
Bitch, I ain't strong, I'm weak.
We strong.
I get so weak in the knees. I am weak. I am no longer subscribing to being a strong Black woman, and neither should you. But we would love to hear from you.
Yes.
So like, comment, subscribe.
Share.
Share.
Keep sharing.
Share.
Just keep sharing.
Share.
Just keep sharing.
And we will be back next week with another episode of Mama Matrix. See you later.
Later.
Ooh, 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 ooh.